Hi.
Hey, hello everybody. This is Mike from New York. How are you, Mike?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thank you for agreeing to do this interview with me. I just wanted to ask you a few questions about Skype and your experience with it. Is that okay? All right, cool. Thank you. So how long have you been using Skype?
Only for like 10 years.
10 years? Wow. What's the nature of most of your conversations? Like, what types do you have? Mostly personal, business?
Normally I got Skype for like job applications, job interviews.
Okay.
I used to use it a lot for like keeping in touch with friends, but now FaceTime exists.
Exactly. Can you give me a specific example of maybe one of the experiences you had with a potential employer?
A lot of the time they'll be like, if you're not in the country or not in the country, I studied abroad, so I did like some interviews while I was abroad, but also not in the state or just not around. They'll ask you to do a Skype interview.
Right.
A lot of the time, yeah.
Okay. Tell me about your experiences with the quality during Skype calls.
Normally they're fine. It just depends on the internet connection.
Okay.
I've never really had too much of a problem with it.
All right. If you could choose one thing for Skype to improve on, what would it be?
I think they should improve upon their web service because they have a web version of Skype that I had to use for a while.
Right.
But it doesn't really work very well. It just freezes a lot. Stuff like that.
All right. Thank you very much, Mike.
No worries.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Hey guys, we are here with Jocelyn from North Carolina. How are you doing, Jocelyn?
Good.
Thank you for doing this interview with me. Would you mind answering a few questions about your experience with Skype?
Sure.
All right, thank you. First of all, how long have you been using Skype?
Probably like 4 years.
4 years? What do you use Skype for mostly?
For games and stuff.
Games, talking to friends. Have you ever conducted a business interview with Skype?
No, I haven't.
No? Okay. Tell me about your experiences with the quality of Skype calls.
They haven't been so good lately.
No?
No, they haven't.
Is there a certain example you could give me?
Like, the calls are like going in and out. They sound really bad.
Okay. If you could choose one thing for Skype to improve on, what would it be?
To fix the calls.
Fix the calls? Okay. Anything specifically about the calls?
I don't know. Like, I just don't like the way they sound.
Okay.
At all.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. Next, we have Drew from Maine. So, thank you for agreeing to do this interview with me. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about Skype's quality?
Yeah, not a problem.
All right. Thank you. So, how long have you been using Skype?
Well, I've been using Skype for quite a while. Let's see. Let's say like 6 years, maybe more.
6 years? Okay. What do you use Skype for mostly? Personal or business conversations?
Well, a mix of both, to be honest.
Have you ever used Skype for like a business interview?
Yes, I have.
How did that go?
It went pretty well. Most of my qualms about Skype actually aren't related to any of the video quality stuff. It's most of the how it works together with other hardware I have.
Okay. Can you give me an example of that?
Yeah, sure. I have a couple of microphones that I have to use, and they just don't work on Skype.
Like not at all.
They just don't work. They show up there. It's just the microphones don't work.
Right.
And it's to do with the way that Skype's made with just to normally accept most microphones.
Mm-hmm.
And the way in which they do that, it just doesn't accept mine.
Right.
I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world, stuff like that.
And how is their support on things like this? Do they have good help sections? Like, have you read anything about it?
They have pretty good help sections and stuff like that. The only problem is most of my experiences. I have a good 4 years of my experience on Skype was on a PC, and it was fine. These last 2 recent years, I've moved over to Mac, and along with just the struggles of trying to learn the different intricacies of Mac between PC.
Mhm.
It's just been rough because, I mean, most of the Macintosh apps or the Macintosh programs are just terrible.
Right.
Comparatively, of course. I mean, Skype, compared to some other Apple apps, I mean, the Skype is great and it works and it makes sense. But, yeah, any other problems I have with Skype? No, I mean, other than the fact that it takes up a lot of internet usage.
Right. That's true.
Other than that, yeah, it's not a big deal. So.
All right. One last question. If you could choose one thing for Skype to improve on, what would it be?
That would probably be. If I were to be honest, the one thing that I'd probably like to see out of Skype is, and I haven't tried in a while, so they might have already done this, but is make group video messaging, group video chat free. Because I remember from all the times I've done it, you have to use Skype credits.
Right.
Like 3 or 4 people using for 3 or 4 people to share their screens or to have their webcam going at the same time, which is, I mean, it's not really the biggest deal in the world. If you really need that, you can go to, like, I don't know, Google Hangout or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm one of the types of people that will, if I only need it for like 1 or 2 uses, I'll use a free software or something that I really need. But I'd like everything that I'm using to be in one secure location, like one location. Even if I have to pay, even if I had to pay a little bit more with the Skype or something, for a better experience, I would. But I don't know. My Mac, just doing it on a Mac is not fun.
All right. Thank you so much for your feedback, Drew.
Yep, not a problem.
Have a good one.
Yep, you too.
Hi, Steve.
Fine.
Thank you for agreeing to do this interview with me. I just have a few questions to ask you about your Skype experience. Is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you. So how long have you been using Skype?
2010.
Okay. What types of conversations do you use Skype for the most? Like personal or business?
Personal.
Personal? Okay. Tell me about your experiences with Skype calls, like the quality of them.
They're good most of the time.
Okay. And if you could choose one thing for Skype to improve on, what would it be?
Well, I think I have a personal issue with my Skype crashing.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's for everyone.
Are you a PC or a Mac user?
Mac. I think
Mac? Okay.
Mac is not compatible.
Yeah, you're the second person I've had that's told me that, so I think they might have a Mac compatibility issue.
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you so much for your time, Steve.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Good luck. You too.
Alright, and lastly, we are here with Brian from Virginia. How are you doing, Brian?
Alright, how are you?
I'm good. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about your experience with Skype?
No, that's fine.
Alright, thank you. So how long have you been using Skype?
I'd say probably for about 2 years.
2 years. What kinds of conversations do you have on Skype the most? Personal or business?
Personal.
Have you ever had a business interview with anybody on Skype before?
Not really.
Okay. Tell me about your experiences with the quality of Skype calls.
I don't know. I'd have to say it depends on the computer. Because sometimes it's just a really horrible experience. But sometimes, if you're on a fast computer, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Are you a Mac or a PC user?
A PC.
Okay. Could you tell me about the Skype phone app? Does it work as well as PC?
No, I don't think so at all.
Okay. If you could choose one thing for Skype to improve on, what would it be?
I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I like the IM service. I guess I don't really like the calling service as much.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Brian. Have a good one.
You too, bud.